Right? Sorry.
Good afternoon and welcome to Virtius, the home of your Collegiate men's gymnastics team. Today, Stanford International Collegiate may feature Team Switzerland. International All-Stars from Mexico, Ukraine, Puerto Rico, Japan, and your Stanford Briones. Fans, we now ask that you please rise if you're able and join us in honoring the United States of America with the pledge of our national anthem. Thank you.
Hello, everyone tuning in today. Today we're looking at the Stanford International Collegiate Open. We're so excited to have you guys all here today. My name is Asad Jooma. My co-host today is Briones, a former USA national team member. We're excited to have you guys. And I'll pass it over to Brandon as we introduce the teams.
Yeah, Brandon Briones here. So super excited for this competition. It's one of my favorite competitions of the year. We're going to see some world-class talent today. Quickly introducing the Stanford coaches. We got Tom Galimi and Ruben Lopez Martinez, and then Carlos Ojeda. And the Stanford Average is a 325.85 coming into this competition, and their high is a 328. So they're looking to raise that bar at this last half of the season.
Looking like for Cal, we do have Brian Del Castillo and Carl Zine coaching today. Their average for the season so far is a 310.56, and their high of the season is a 312.35. I do think that we're going to see Cal show out today, so I'm excited for that. We do have a few other teams competing today. We got the Swiss national, so the Switzerland national team, the All-Star team, which does consist of a few different nationalities. We got Japan, Mexico, and Ukraine. And then we do have the Finland national team as well, along with the USA national team. Brandon, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the whole USA team right now are current Stanford guys.
Yeah, the USA national team that's competing at this competition is either current or former Stanford athletes. So Riley Luce is actually competing today in that group, and he is a recent alum, actually my class. But yeah, so Stanford's kind of spread out today. They've also got a freshman, Marcus Peterin, who's on the Finnish national team during this competition. So really interesting makeup, and I think we're going to see a lot of different variety of skills and different styles today as we look at international gymnastics.
Honestly, that's so cool to see that you guys have a team that has so many different international competitors in the NCAA right now. Like the fact that you guys have guys competing on the USA national team along with the NCAA Stanford, and then you're saying one of the freshmen is competing for the Finland team.
Yeah, it's insane the amount of talent that's on this current roster. Not only just USA, but I think Tom Glimi's done pretty decent job in the past of recruiting some top talent from other countries, as have other NCAA programs, which I think is super cool to bring some international talent into the United States and into the NCAA, circuit. So, yeah, kind of spread out today. We're probably not going to see Stanford's top lineup in the actual Stanford group, and Stanford's been really split up throughout the season because of Winter Cup and everything like that. So kind of hard to gauge where they're going to be at, but your team's only as good as your 5th, 6th, 7th guy, and so we're going to see what all the teams are made of.
No, that's really awesome, and I do think you're right. Tom has definitely done a great job recruiting, internationally and all over. Plus, a lot of the NCAA guys are competing for all these different countries, so it is really, really cool to see. I do have a question though, just because you're a former Stanford guy, with what's it called? With the split up right now of so many different guys competing for different, I guess, different teams. How are you guys looking at the NQS when you're looking at the average? Because right now Stanford is arguably the best team in the country, but you guys haven't really put up those kind of scores. So what are your thoughts there?
Yeah, arguably is the key word there, because we don't really know at this point. Stanford's hasn't really put up a consistent lineup week after week, and I think that's something that Tom tries to do intentionally, is give everyone on the team an opportunity to compete. And if guys are on the USA national team and they can compete separate from the core group of Stanford gymnasts, then that gives 4 more spots open to give opportunities to the new guys or maybe some freshmen to really make their case and try and prove themselves. And that's how you're going to make up the best lineup at the end of the year, is by giving everyone an opportunity to really show themselves and prove themselves under pressure.
No, honestly, that is really cool, and it makes sense, especially with these 4-up, 4-count lineups. I do see a huge benefit to giving these guys an opportunity to get on a lineup on a different team and get that experience, especially because these guys aren't really there's not really much opportunity anymore. So that does make sense on Tom's part. I commend him for that.
Yeah, the 4-up, 4-count format is super tough. I mean, I see the benefit of it, making the competition shorter, easier to watch. But making a lineup on any NCAA team is really difficult nowadays, because you've only got 4 guys on each event, and then 12 guys can make up the lineup in a competition. So if you see a guy competing in that top 4 spot, they're one of the best in the NCAA.
No, that makes sense, and honestly, that's really really cool. I think we're going to see some exciting gymnastics today. I'm assuming some of these guys are going to throw some big skills, but it does look like these guys are up on the air. So just as a quick recap for those watching, for the first rotation, we do have the Switzerland team up on floor first. It looks like it's Jan Imhoff. On pommel, we do have the all-star team. On rings, Finland is starting. On vault, we do have Stanford. Parallel bars, Team USA. And on high bar, we do have my alum, Cal. So we're excited to see these guys right now.
Yeah, it looks like Brandon just started off with a nice cause full to start off. Pretty easy vault for him. This is going to be a hectic meet, so we'll try and keep up with the big routines as much as we can and point out some of the bigger stuff.
I see right now up on high bar, we do have a freshman, Tucker Yass, on from Cal. They do a piked Tkachev. We're starting to see a lot more of those as the new code has kind of changed up a little bit of how these guys are doing high bar. So love to see that.
Yeah, I'm really a fan of the Ginger change, upgrading the Ginger. So a little bit more variety of releases on high bar. We're hoping to see this code.
I like it. I do see, I think it's Taylor Burkhart up on P bars up in the back for Team USA. Solid routine. I did see a Bob Star in there.
Got the stick. He's hyped.
It's a nice start, a nice finish on floor. I love seeing these new double flipping dismounts on floor. I think my opinion, that's probably the best addition they've made to this new code, because we're seeing double pikes, full ins, double doubles, and typically you don't really ever see those as dismounts. So I really do enjoy that.
Yeah, I like that change as well. I mean, I'm kind of biased because I always used to do a double flip dismount, but just because I thought it was easier. But I know a lot of people are a fan of the triple twist, and it got super popular. And now we're starting to see some variety. I think, when you have a team, all 4 dismounts might be a different double flip. So I think it's really exciting.
No, that makes sense. It's cool. All right, looks like we got some scores coming in on rings. We do see a 13.15 from Finland. It's a good start for them. I do want to quickly mention, so if you guys are, for those watching, you'll notice up on high bar for Cal, you're seeing Theo. He is a current Norwegian national team member, currently competing for Cal. So we have this international scope all over, although some of these guys are just competing for their NCAA team as well. So that is a little fun to see.
Yeah, this guy's been a stud for Cal for a number of years and always seems to deliver when the team needs him.
Ooh, I missed the vault, but I did see the landing from Stanford. Who was that and what was that, Brandon?
I think it's...
I think it was Jeremy Bischoff?
I think it was Jeremy Bischoff stuck a cause full. Yep, Jeremy Bischoff. So 14.4 start value there. Going to be a good score. No landing deductions.
Ooh, a little bit of a delayed landing from Theo on high bar, but he finished that routine off as well as he could.
Yeah, always good to start off with a hit. First, you want to get the ball rolling and make sure that, or I guess he was a second up, but keeping the momentum. It's 4 up, 4 count, so a fall.
Every score counts.
Yeah, every score counts, and a fall is going to be a big dent to your score.
Wait, did you see that starting line from Luca from Switzerland? He did a double Arabian pike as his first line. I have not seen that in a good minute since Stacey Irvin. That was really fun.
I know. I love that skill. It's super unique, really stylish, and it just got upgraded, this code. So you're going to probably see a couple more people do that. And yeah, that was a Kohei Uchimura special right there.
Yeah, it was. Wait, so so double Arabian was a D, so piked was an E, so if they upgraded, is it an F now, or is it just an E still?
I think it was put in the same box as a D last code. I think it's an E now.
So it's an E now, okay.
Yeah, makes it pretty well worth it.
No, I like that. The guy up on floor right now, still Luca. Honestly, the routine's been pretty clean. Good double Arabian dismount. We love to see it.
That was a good routine. It seemed to have a lot of difficulty in there. Should be a good score. Looks like Asher Hong hit a good score, or hit a good routine on P-bars as well.
While we wait for the stream to come back on, Brandon, what do you think of the current standings right now with the team? I did see Ohio put up a 325, or Nebraska put up a 325 today, which I believe is higher than Oklahoma's highest score of the season, which is a massive score for Nebraska. So what do you think of that lineup so far?
325 is huge. I think Oklahoma actually scored a 330 at home earlier in the season. Yeah, so I think that's actually the biggest score. But anything above a 325 is going to be really competitive. And yeah, I'm still trying to get used to where the scores are, trying to shake out, because this is the first time we're seeing it, this code. So, but yeah, 325 is huge, super competitive. I think that the standings are going to be closer.
They're definitely going to change after this weekend.
Oh yeah, and I think the four up four count makes the parity between the teams a lot closer, because
there's
you don't have that fifth guy. Yeah, no room for error, and you don't have that fifth guy that sometimes in the past teams like Stanford, they've had five big routines on every event, and some teams have like 4 big routines, and that fifth guy maybe just like a filler. But now with 4 up 4 counts, every team's got a chance to be a big score, and so I think we're going to see it's going to be really tough to win a national championship this year, and it's going to be really exciting when it comes down to it.
I'm going to make my prediction right now. I do think Stanford will come out on top for this year, but I think that it'll be Nebraska or Michigan coming in second, and Oklahoma. Honestly, they're either going to be third or fourth this year. Like there are 4 amazing teams this year, so I really think it's going to be a toss-up between them.
Dang, yeah. I mean, I think it's anyone's game, to be honest. I will say Oklahoma looks really, really good. They've been super consistent throughout the season, and something I'll note about their competitions. Their landings have been incredible, sticking like huge percentage of their landings, and because this code is very dismount focused, I've been calling it like the code of the dismounts, because your dismount start value or your dismount element group value is based on how hard your dismount is. So guys who can do hard dismounts and stick it, getting that extra stick bonus are going to be in a huge advantage over other teams. So we're looking to see today sticks, plain and simple, on every event.
Remind me again, in case I'm wrong on the new code, but from what I get, if the dismount, so say for instance the dismount's a D dismount, you get double the tenths for that. So if it's D would be 0.4, you get 0.4 again, and then if you stick it, you get another 2. So technically a D dismount is worth 1 point.
So the way I understand it is that your element group is based on the value of your dismount. So in the past, every element group is worth 5/10. So if you do a skill in that element group, you get 5/10 no matter what. But now the dismount value, or the element group value, is based on how hard it is. So let's say you do a D dismount. Your element group value is now 4/10. So you have 4/10 plus the value of the dismount, so that's 8/10. But if you do, let's say, an F dismount, that's a 6/10 element group plus 6/10 for the skill. So 1.2.
So you get
a huge swing. Yes, dang. Exactly. And if you stick it, you get another 10th bonus, which is why I think the dismounts are going to make or break competitions this year.
No, I could totally see how this is a dismount focus code. When you frame it like that, that actually makes a lot of sense. And I think these guys are really going to try to upgrade as we get closer and closer to the NCAA championships.
Yeah, and looks like we're seeing the stream again a little bit. Didn't get to see every routine, but we can quickly go over some of the big scores so far. On floor, highest score is 13.6 from Marco Biel. Pommel horse, we've got an 11.5 from Alejandro Yanez. Finland, 13.45 from Robert Hermes. Vaults, we have a 13.9 from Wade Nelson from Stanford. And then parallel bars, Team USA. Man, we got some big scores here. 14.4 from Colt Walker, 14.0 from Riley Luce. 3 out of 4 sticks for the P-bar rotation. That's huge. And then Cal, Carter Kim got a 12.5 starting at a 14.2.
It's a crazy first rotation. I will say the Finland team does seem like they are very consistent on rings, all scoring roughly within a 5/10 point of each other. So that's a pretty solid lineup for them. For parallel bars on Team US, those are pretty massive scores coming off the first rotation on P-bars. So, that's expected with the guys that are up right now. But either way, the massive start.
Oh yeah, I'm still trying to get used to like what the good start values are and what the good scores are with this code. But it seems like anything in the 15s is something to pay attention to. 15s, mid 15s.
But you're not even seeing any 15s this. Realistically, I've only seen like 3 or 4 guys actually get some 15s this season, and Patty Hoops was one of them at I believe it was at an Air Force competition a few weeks ago. He got a 15-2 on pommel. Other than that, to be honest, we're really only seeing like mid 14s.
Oh yeah, I think 15s are going to be really hard to come by as a final score this quad. And so when the start value is in like the low mid 15s, kind of makes it almost impossible to get that final score because realistically you're not going to get any less than 6/10 off on a routine with the way that judges judge routines these days.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the 8 skill routine versus the 10 that you and I had to do when we were competing?
It's interesting. I think it's a good change for when you frame it in the idea of like keeping athletes healthy. 8 skill routines are a little bit less pounding on the body in terms of volume, but I think it's cool because now you've got a chance for guys in order for them to have a good score, they need to do all 8 skills being huge value. So you're going to see some people throw some crazy skills, and so it's going to be a little bit more exciting. Maybe a little bit more manageable on the athlete side, which is nice. And it makes me really jealous because I know that practices and competitions would have been a heck of a lot easier with 8
with only 8 skills.
Yeah.
No, I do agree with that. I do think that we're going to see some like explosive gymnastics. We're going to see some really big skills, especially on the dismount front, right? Because these guys have a little bit more energy coming into the end of the routine, but that does also mean that there's less room for error across the board with only 8 skills. So with a 4 up 4 count and less skills, these guys really can't make a mistake if they want to win.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's going to be all about execution and consistency, and I think those 2 changes go pretty well hand in hand, the 8 skill and the dismount upgrades. So that's one of the few logical code changes I've seen in the past couple codes from the FIG, which is a good change of pace.
No, I agree, because I've disagreed with a couple of the changes they made in the last 2 quads, but I will say for this one, I'm not too disappointed. I think these are good changes, and they're needed right now, especially with trying to get more coverage, get more exposure. They really gotta make these meets a little bit quicker in order to get people's attention span to continue on.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm like a little bit bummed about is the 12-man lineup, because it just gives a little bit less opportunity for these guys competing on these NCAA teams, which are already like pretty much endangered.
Already slim. No, yeah. I agree. But when you talk about that front, though, we are seeing not the resurgence, but the new teams pop up. You got Simpson College, and you have Greenville as well that popped up in the past 2, 3 years. So we're seeing a couple new teams. I'd like to hope I was actually talking to someone from the Georgia team as well. They're a GymAC team, but there's a chance that they might actually go NCAA D1 in the next 2 years. So with teams getting cut, it is exciting to see a couple new schools start to put up some new teams as well.
That's great. That's what we've been fighting for in NCAA gymnastics for a while, and really glad to see that starting to take form. So that's great.
No, I love it. But okay, so I guess this first rotation just wrapped up. I know Brandon went through some of the scores. I will say I think Cal on this one took a little bit of a hit with their scores on this one for starting off on high bar. I'm really hoping that they make a comeback throughout the meet. But overall, Team USA took the dub on this first rotation of 55.95 on P bars, which is arguably a pretty low scoring event. So that's huge to see. I think they'll probably carry that momentum all the way through. It does look like the all-star team, they did around the same as the Cal team on high bar, them on pommel, and with the few floor routines that we did see from the Switzerland team, honestly, they put up a great fight, and I see that momentum kind of going through the rest of the meet.
Yeah, not too shabby from the Swiss and the Finland teams. They've got a couple of routines with some good start values, and scoring in the mid 13s is going to be a good score in this code. So yeah, but starting off with the parallel bar rotation that Team USA had, it's going to be pretty tough to match that if they can stay consistent. But they've got big difficulty, which also comes with big risks. So you never know, and we're only one rotation in, 5 more to go. Anything can happen, and excited to see how it shakes out.
No, that is true. I do wonder. I mean, you guys you have 2 Olympians on the team at the moment, right? So how do you think the team really shakes out with having guys that are that caliber, training every single day? Is that like a different momentum?
It is. It's kind of tough to have Team USA members on the team at the same time, because a lot of times early in the season they're on a different schedule. Because of Winter Cup and things like that. But it definitely, now that we're coming into the last half of the season, you should see the 2 groups meld into one really effective, cohesive team. But I will say that having Team USA members, Olympians on the team is a huge benefit, just because it helps bring up the level of intensity. Everybody is held to the same standard, and if the highest standard is the standard that's being set for those Olympians, then everyone's on that level. It doesn't matter if you're just on the team to compete for the university, you're still held to the same standard in terms of how you're training and how you're preparing for the competition. So I see it as a huge benefit, and we're thankful to have that level of talent on the team.
I mean, that makes sense. That translates into why you guys are such a powerhouse in general. If everybody is held to that same standard, despite the fact that you guys are, kind of on different schedules with the meet season kind of starting off in December, January. But as it caps out a little bit, everyone really hones in. But I think that makes a lot of sense, and it does add a level of intensity to y'all's practices, to the meets, and the work that you guys do.
Yeah, I mean. It's we used to say that it was a national team practice every day in competition, or every day in practice, because the number of guys that were on the national team. So every day was a battle, and everyone's fighting for the same lineup spot. Doesn't matter if you're Team USA, you don't get any priority over the guys that are just competing for Stanford. So it's always a battle to get in that lineup.
No, that makes sense. Wait, so remind me again, Brandon, you graduated in 22?
So I graduated in 2024. So
24. So only 1 year out.
Yeah, I was a senior in the 2022-2023 season, but then I took a 5th year, and I was on the team for the 2023-2024 season, but unfortunately got hurt, so I didn't get to compete.
That's okay. I feel like you're still pretty involved in general, and you did have an incredible, like NCAA season or NCAA, story in general. So, um, it's good to just keep staying involved.
Yeah, can't complain. Things happen the way they happen, and gymnastics is a tough sport, but yeah, definitely did my best to stay part of the team and help in any way that I could. And we say that every single guy on the team has a job to do. It doesn't matter if you're injured on the bench. You have something to bring the team. So I brought a little bit of help with the coaching and the judging and everything like that, and did what I could. All right, it looks like we're back on the stream. Hopefully everyone can see. We got Taylor Burkhart on the high bar. This is a routine to watch.
That was a beautiful Lucan.
That's an upgrade for him. He was typically doing a layout Kachev there. Big connection. Oh, didn't do the connection. They usually connects that to the Ginger. He has such unique skills like this. Really highly valued.
The Winkler, right? Is that what that was called? The laid out Jaeger full?
Yeah, Winkler just got upgraded. So that's a G element. So this routine's got a ton of difficulty packed in. Couldn't see that dismount.
I'm gonna assume he either stuck it or he landed it pretty well.
I heard the crowd
go kind of crazy. Are you guys doing the pizza give out today? If there's sticks?
Yeah, that's typically something we do to help draw a crowd. Is any stuck Stanford dismount, we have a pizza that we give to someone in the crowd. And oh, nice stuck cause full on vault.
That was good. From I think Elias Koski from Finland.
Nice.
In the background there, we did see a team member from Cal. Does look like he might have been injured.
Oh shoot!
Hope that he's okay.
Bad. Yeah, that's.
I did see Brendan Stroom finish up his routine on floor. It looked good, but let's hope that guy is okay.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
Shakes up everyone in the meet.
Yeah, if did you see if he finished his routine and like?
No, Stroom went down.
Yeah, so if someone does get injured during the competition, it's not going to be a penalty on the team score. There's a rule in place that allows you to put up a fifth member as an alternate, so that you don't suffer the consequences of a meet just based on an injury like that. So we might see an alternate go up on floor for Cal.
That makes sense. We do see Florian from the Switzerland national team wrapping up his routine on pommel horse. It's actually action-packed and really, really clean. So I think that will be a pretty big score for Swiss.
Yeah, I like that. And we got, looks like Jeremy Bischoff on parallel bars, and Ashton's getting ready to go on high bar. Looks like Jeremy's doing well so far.
That was a high-flying 1 1/4.
Double front half dismount.
Whoa! I like how he did the half kind of halfway through that first flip. It looked good.
Yeah, he's got a kind of interesting technique on that.
Another great vault from Finland. This was Robert Kermes. That'll be a decent score for them. It looks like up on rings we do have from the All-Star team Alejandro Yanez.
.1 on horse. That's a big score.
That is a big score. What are we going to see from Asher today on high bars? Did he do anything big?
I'm not sure. Asher, this is typically his weakest event, but he's really improved over the years. So excited to see what he's throwing in today. Usually does a Kovacs type element. Oh, I think that's pretty new.
A piped Kovacs. You don't see those very often.
No, that's super unique. Do it again into full twist. Nicely done. Ooh, stuck dismount. Nice.
Yeah, that was a great finish.
Yeah, just a couple of short handstands on those in-bar talk elements, which are actually judged pretty harshly. So he might suffer a score a little bit from that. But I think that was a new routine for him. He's trying to put in some upgrades, and that's a good result to have a hit.
I do see you got Brandon Nguyen up on P bars right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is he a co-captain of the Stanford team this year?
He is co-captain, and he's been absolutely killing it on this event throughout the year. Like, I think he's ranked in the top 10, and usually has a really high score. Super quick and efficient routine. Not too much to take off other than that dismount.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Brandon, is that these guys are not really doing the double front half out anymore dismount on P bars. We're really just seeing a lot of double fronts. There's no, because they're the same value now. Now they downgraded it. I figured we'd see more just because it's easier to land.
Yeah, it is the same value, and so like logically, it's like, oh, why would you do the half out if it's the same value? But you do see some guys who have a nice understanding of that technique to have the half twist prefer to do that. So Asher Hong, Jeremy Bischoff, guys like that, because when you do the half twist, you're able to see the ground right before you land, and helps increase the percentage of sticks that you're going to get instead of the blind landing like a double front, which is really tough to get the stick on.
No, makes sense. We do have Toma from I think Japan up on rings right now for the All-Stars. Looks like it's going to be it's been a good routine so far. But I do want to quickly shout out, we do have Colt Walker. I know that's a routine to watch up on high bar. I'm excited to see both of these.
Yeah, Colt has been suffering a small ankle injury throughout the season, so he has been competing downgraded dismounts. So we'll see if he does his full routine today.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, Brent. Was he an alternate for the 2024 team this year?
No, he wasn't an alternate, but he was a former world team member. So he's got a lot of international experience.
Yeah, that makes sense. Him and Riley Luce have just been crushing it.
Oh yeah, they're just super consistent. All right, looks like his ankle's doing better. Did a double dismount there. Nice routine from Colt.
It looks like up on pommel we do have Matteo Gubellini finishing up his routine. It was a nice one for the Switzerland team. I think that'll be a decent score.
Yeah, the Swiss team has been doing some nice E-level dismounts on pommel horse, which going to give them a little bit of a boost.
I believe we have Theo up on floor, or just finished up his floor routine. Stuck double pike dismount for Cal on floor. I think we definitely needed that. Great job, Theo. Love to see it.
Yeah, way to bring it back for the Cal team. That was a great dismount. Love to finish that routine with the stick.
Now, you know what I'm excited for, Cal today? I'm excited for their vault rotation. Last weekend, they went 3 for 4 sticks on 2.5s. Well, no, they did 2.5 sticks and 1 double front. So I'm excited. I think they'll put up something big today.
I saw that. That was one of the best vault rotations I've ever seen. Those guys were nailing everything. Man, that was so exciting to watch. Yeah, sticking a double front is, on vault is one of the hardest things you can do. So that was impressive.
Right now we have the Winter Cup champion of this year from last weekend, Riley Luce, your former teammate. I think this will be a big one to watch.
Oh yeah, Riley's and he's a beast, and he's super consistent on all 6. You can put him up pretty much anywhere. He does a really difficult skill right here called the Lucan to catch it with a full twist.
Whoa! Did Taylor also do one of those, or is it just Riley with the Lucan in his routine?
Taylor did it in the routine today, which is an upgrade for Taylor. Haven't seen him compete that this year. But yeah, Riley's been doing it for a couple years and seems to be really honing in on that consistency.
I will never understand how they can do a one-arm giant after doing 3 releases. I would slip off so fast.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I tried learning some one-arm giants, some Zulimans, and I could not figure it out. I think I was a little too heavy.
It looks like up on floor we do have Kalen Curry for Cal. I do think this will be a big routine. His first pass is a lay half in, half out. Probably one of the best in the NCAA just in terms of form. From a round off too, gets the landing. Love to see it.
This guy is an awesome tumbler. I love watching him. He gets a ton of height.
No, I remember when we were on the Cal team, we'd practice at a local gym called HOH up in Oakland, and he was on the club team at that time, and he would just always jump into tumbling with us whenever we were training there. So it's crazy to see him now competing for Cal and absolutely crushing it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you can see you don't have to even explain it. You just watch him on his tumbling passes. They're really explosive, and looks like he's got some landings dialed in as well. Looks like he's doing his scale, getting ready for his dismount.
What are your thoughts on this scale addition to the floor routine, Brandon?
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm glad. Oh, did he stick that double layout?
I think he did, and that's a crazy dismount.
That is such a difficult dismount, and he stuck it. That's awesome. The scale, I'm not personally a fan of it, but it is old school, maybe a little stylish. So I guess I can understand maybe the thought process behind it, but it's just that expecting everyone to do it and make it look nice is, I don't know. I'm not with it.
I haven't seen a single side scale yet. They've all just been the regular, like the JO scale that we would do when we were 10 years old.
I know. Yeah. I like the Y scale. I guess the side scale where you hold your leg up. I think it looks a little bit cleaner, just because when these guys get big and strong and build up those leg muscles, and they kind of lose a little bit of that back flexibility that you have when you're young. And so the forward scale, man, some of the people doing it today, it just looks ugly. I'm going to be honest. Like if you do a forward scale, yeah, I mean, if you do a forward scale and you're really flexible and you have your leg like up 180 degrees, it looks pretty cool. Looks really artistic, but I mean,
anything other than that just looks kind of whack.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's really any requirement for it. So people are just kind of standing on one leg, and it's, I don't know.
I think that'll be the place where you feel the most deduction.
Yeah, I mean, and that sucks. You should not get a deduction on a one-legged balance, hopefully. But no. Yeah, I mean, it's part of the code. It's a requirement now. We got to deal with it. And so if you're going to do it, you want it to look good, so at least practice it a little bit. And looks like that one was not too bad.
Hey, that quick shout out on Pommel, Luca Gilabeni. I don't know if you guys were watching in the corner. Massive pommel routine with a 14.2. Basically, the entire routine was in flares. That was really, really cool to watch.
These Swiss guys are killing it on horse.
Yeah, honestly, putting up this many guys, they do have a 6-man lineup in this this rotation. So I think they're really trying to get as many guys as possible with experience in this competition.
That's awesome.
And then just quick shout out, we did see Kalen Curry got I believe it was a 13.95 on floor. It's a pretty decent score on floor with the routine that he had. So I love to see it.
Oh yeah, high 13s on floor is that's a great score. Looks like Tucker's getting ready for his dismount. Double pike.
Another double pike. It's crazy to see that translation between women's NCAA and men's, because women's will a lot of them dismount with that double pike. You never saw it in men's NCAA, and now it's almost all the dismounts that the guys are doing. So it is a cool translation.
Yeah, that is interesting. I never actually thought about that. Yeah, I mean, seems like we're taking on men's NCAA is taking after women's NCAA in a couple of respects. That being like the 8-skill routine, and then the I guess the gull pike dismount comparison is pretty apt. I mean, it makes sense. NCAA women's gymnastics is super popular, and trying to
Dude,
raise
I
the
don't know if you
popularity
heard.
of men's.
They got over 150 more hours of screen time on like big name streaming services, ESPN, Big Ten, SEC, all of those, which is massive for women's NCAA, but that's only going to be beneficial for men's as well. So I think that's huge in general, just for the NCAA scope for men's and women's gymnastics. So I'm really excited to see the progression that we're going to see there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, any exposure, any exposure is good exposure for the sport at this point. We want to keep NCAA men's gymnastics around as long as possible.
Looks like that rotation just capped up.
Yeah, I'm seeing a ton of big scores on a horse. We got four scores in the 14 for the Swiss team. That's absolutely massive.
So it does look like they counted Brendan's score for Cal. I'm not sure. There's a fifth guy that did go up, but oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so they didn't count Brendan Strom's score for Cal on floor, and they counted Tucker Yass instead.
Yeah, way to go for. I'm not sure who went up as the alternate in that lineup. I think it was Tucker. But
yeah, I believe it was Tucker.
Yeah, good on him. It's not easy at all to come in last second as an alternate. You always got to be ready. They will suffer a 1 point neutral deduction as a team because they had to sub that out. But it's better than having it count an injury score. So they're still in it. And yeah, just
Dude, we were talking about the Swiss team. Do you see those scores for the Switzerland team? They put up 4 14s on pommel, and then the other two scores were a 13-7 and a 13-4. That is a massive lineup for Switzerland on pommel.
Yeah, all 6 of those scores are competitive, which is kind of nuts. And then the 4-14, that's why they're international talent right there. I don't know if we'll see a team, beat that score. 56.25 is really nice.
No, that is pretty big. I do wonder how they're counting the scores, though. I'm assuming it's the top 4 guys that go, and then the last 2 are just exhibitioning.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure how they're allowed to put up 6 guys. Typically, you can put up 5 if your 5th guy is doing all around, but that won't count for the team score. So you're only counting the first 4. So it looks like they're probably counting the top 4 scores, which is even still the lowest score being a 13.7 is pretty big.
I mean, same for Team USA on high bar. I mean, you got 4 13s all counted, which is pretty big for high bar in general. I mean, a mid 13 is a pretty competitive score in general.
Yeah, I mean, look at that 15.7 start value for Taylor Burkhardt is big stuff. That was a big start value last code with 10 skills, and he's doing that with 8 skills now. So he's going to be one to watch out for that high bar All-American, one of those high bar All-American spots at the end of the year, and maybe even national champion. He's got a shot there.
I'm actually kind of. I'm going to look up the Road to Nationals right now and see where he stands when it comes to the all-around.
I believe he's first.
Like is he first in the all-around right now?
I believe he's ranked first.
Oh, you are totally right. He is ranked number 1 in the all. So he's a contender for not only high bar national champion, but he's a contender for the NCAA all-around.
Oh yeah, and he could definitely do it. He's got big skills on all 6 events. I will say that we haven't seen a whole lot of all-around scores from guys like Asher Hong, the 2 Olympians that are currently on the Michigan roster, Paul Judah and Fred Richard. I don't know if they've competed all around enough to have an average on the Road to Nationals. So those guys are all up there too. But I will say that Taylor can take on any of those guys on a good day, and I think this year at the NCAA championships is going to be an electric battle for the all-around title.
Remind me again, did he get onto the national team last week when they announced after Winter Cup? I'm assuming so.
He did. Yeah, he did. So I'm super happy for that guy. I know he works so hard, and he's one of those guys that's, you know, always bringing the intensity no matter what and giving 110% in practice. So I'm proud that he got to be able to break his way back on the national team.
No, it makes sense. We do have a quick shout out to Zach Green on high bar from Stanford. Zach Green is actually the brother of one of the Cal women's gymnasts, Maya Green. Actually, I know I said this last time when we were commentating Stanford, but his family is just gymnastics blood. Both his mom and dad were on the Cal team as well, and now he's at Stanford. So honestly, really, really cool to see with a triple back dismount, and he put it to his feet. I love that.
Wow. Yeah. Love to see the sport stay in the family. That was a super unique, difficult dismount with the triple back. Had a little bit of trouble with the landing, but you know, you're going to see guys go for that kind of stuff, because if you stick a triple back, that's going to increase your start value tremendously.
The 1.4 addition if you stick that triple back, which is huge.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Sorry, Brandon, did not mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good. I was going to say, yeah, that's nothing to, that's, you know, that's a big point there. The dismounts are going to be huge.
We did just see Harry Kim from Cal finish up a routine on pommel horse. And we have Finland starting up on parallel bars right now. Oscar Kern. Oscar Kermes.
Nice Hanma swing hand.
I love seeing the Hamna in the middle of the routine. I always think it looks cool. Most guys will typically start with it, but when you can throw it in the middle of the routine, it's kind of exciting.
Yeah, I like that construction too. It's tough. I mean, that's a taxing skill. It takes a lot of energy out. So to be able to do it shows good technique. Getting ready for his dismount.
That doesn't count as an extra swing, right? Because he went up and back. Did put it to his feet.
Yeah, I think if he does front enterprise, it's fine. But looks like we got Ian Lascalis on high bar. Really good tuck full, pretty close to the handstand. Also very good angle on that. Those are highly valued.
Big release.
Last one here, straddle Tkachev. Ooh, that was fingertips.
It's a pretty clean. Ooh, you don't really see too many of the 1.5. So I forgot the name of that skill.
Rabalco,
yeah.
Oh, stuck dismount. That's going to be a really great score. Good job, Ian.
Yeah, it is. In the background of that high bar routine, I don't know if you guys saw, but Taylor did do a lay double-double. One of the only guys in the NCAA is doing that right now. Huge. Him and Nelson got the huge starting line bump floor.
Yeah, that also got upgraded, so that's a G element now, which is, you know, one of the hardest skills in the code. Oh, double dismount. He got the stick. See the judge raise the green flag.
That's nice. Crazy. Yeah, up on pommel for Cal, we do have Tyler Shimizu finishing up good. And I believe we did just see a 2.5 on vault from Juan David.
Yeah, it's a difficult dismount. Anything 2.5 or higher is one of the harder dismounts, or harder vaults, I guess.
Okay, for the Switzerland team, we do have Jan Imhoff starting off with a beautiful Maltese. That was held for 3 seconds into a lowered cross. Wow.
Yeah, really liking this guy's. Yeah, his strength elements are Looks like they're all great angles, and he's holding it for the required time, which is 2 seconds.
Ooh, a little bit off on that handstand, but he's fighting through it.
Ooh, triple back dismounts. Wow.
Did he put it to his feet? I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell either, but either way, that's such a difficult dismount.
Yeah, it is.
Jeremy Bishop on the high bar. Usually pretty clean. Usually gives us a good score. We'll see what he can do. Half tuck
Is he a senior
combination. He's a 5th year this year, so bringing a lot of experience to the team. Winding up for that big release.
Whoa!
Nicely done. A couple more to go. Pretty clean so far. Let's see if he can stick it. Double-double.
That was a clean double-double. I did like that.
Yeah, really nice in the air.
The assistant coach for Stanford right now, he was a former team member for a Latin American country, correct?
Ruben? Yeah.
Ruben, yeah.
Yeah, he was an Olympian for Team Spain.
Oh, I didn't realize he was an Olympian. That's amazing. Wow. Okay, so you guys are stacked in general.
Yeah, he's a pretty new addition. Came in last year, and but he brings a ton of energy to practice every day, and he's got some good international experience. So I think he's a good addition. Got Asher Hong on the floor right now. He's one of those guys with a ton of difficulty packed in, but kind of struggles with the landings sometimes because he has so much power. So we'll see if he can dial it in and get those sticks.
I love the flare to handstand on pommel. I just think it looks so great. Oh, he's doing the Y scale. We are seeing one of those.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, he did that. That looks so much better than the regular like 180 scale. That just, I mean, it looks clean and it doesn't look out of place in a floor routine.
I have to agree there. I think that the Y scale looks a little bit better, but no, some people might have other opinions.
The guys who wrote the code at FIG. Steve Butcher, I'm calling you out.
Yeah, I'll never understand.
Okay,
all right, Brandon Nguyen. Guy's a beast on high bar, capable of doing that super difficult Casina element, Casina release.
Are we going to see the Casina in his routine today?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
I'm kind of hoping so. Oh, he's gearing up for something.
There it is.
There it is.
Got it.
Dude, that was pretty too.
Oh, he gets so much height. Good flow. Nice connection there too. That gives him an extra 10th bonus.
Wow, he barely had any giants in there that weren't a skill. That was just connection after connection.
I love the efficiency that he has on P-bars and high bar. His routines are constructed really well, so he doesn't have to spend as much time on the actual event, and seems like it works out well for the flow of the routine. I think the only thing on that...
No, sorry, continue.
I was just going to say, the only thing that kind of stood out to me on that routine as a large error was the dismount, and if he can dial that in, that's going to be a big score.
Did he also make national team last weekend?
No, I don't believe he did.
I mean, with a routine like that, I don't know how he wouldn't have.
I think he only was able to do vault and parallel bars because I think he qualified. I think he qualified through vault and parallel bars, and the new rules are the events you qualify through are the events that you compete. And so I think if he could have competed high bar, it might have been a different story because that was a remarkable routine.
That was definitely pretty big. We do have Riley Luce up on floor right now. His first two passes, not the best landings compared to what I've seen from him.
Yeah, he could be a sticking machine if he's on, but nice straight pinch, press the handstand. That's a
Wait,
unique non-acro.
yeah, you don't see that from anyone. I think Donna Wittenberg might have been the last person to do something like that.
Yeah, they just upgraded that, so that's a D non-acro, so it's pretty highly valued, and Riley is the strongest man on the earth in the plans position. So it
For
makes
how
perfect
viral
sense
he's
to
going
be
on
doing
Instagram,
it.
makes sense. Wait, so is that the skill that he did? So it was the straight body planche into a handstand. So was it two different skills, like the straight body and then also the press to hand, or is that just one non-acro altogether?
Ooh. Wow, I'm questioning that now, but I believe it's one. I believe it is one skill.
Okay. And in the background of that last high bar routine from Brandon, we did see Elias Koski from Finland. That was a beautiful P-bar routine. He did put up a 13.35. We do love to see it.
Yeah, big score there. Let's see who's coming up next.
I think right now we got Jasper Smith-Gordon up on pommel for Cal. So another international guy competing in NCAA. He was on the GB national team, competing for Great Britain. So just a lot of international presence here, which is really, really cool. I think that's one of the unique things about the sport of gymnastics, especially within the NCAA. You have all these guys, like, bred and born in the U.S. or coming from all over, but these guys are competing with nationalities all over the place.
Yeah, actually, I think there might be Aiden Lee on horse. I think Jasper.
Is that Aiden Lee? Oh, Jasper
Yes,
just went. Okay, we do have Aiden.
This is a routine to watch. You're going to notice a difference on this guy's swing because he is a pommel horse specialist, and he's got some awesome technique to watch.
Nah, he was just Cal Athletics athlete of the week last week. I saw all these posts going out, so this is a routine to watch.
That's awesome. Yeah, look at you'll notice the elevation of his hips and his legs above the horse. That's a differentiator there between some other average pommel horse workers. This guy he's got the difficulty, nice woo travel.
No form breaks at all so far with all this difficulty.
Yeah, that's impressive. Just needs a dismount.
Come
Light
on.
up. Do the
There we
extra
go.
pirouette.
Oh!
Nice.
They're gonna take something off for that dismount, right? With that the stop of motion.
They'll probably take a 10th on that, yeah, but I don't know. That routine was really good. We could have just seen the event winner today. We'll see.
I'm gonna call it and give that a 14-1, even with that dismount.
14-1, yeah. I mean, I'm excited to see what that score is because that was a difficult routine, and his legs were glued together the whole time.
I think that was the last routine for this rotation. Actually, I take that back. It looks like Finland still has two guys left up on B-bars. So it looks like Swiss and Finland, they're both putting up six-man lineups on different events, just trying to get their guys to get as much experience as possible competing on this stage.
That's cool. I'm glad that they get to do that because, I mean, they came all the way to the United States to compete. Throw up as many gymnasts as you can, I guess. Yeah.
That was a fun start. You see that peach, just a regular peach.
Yeah, nice and clean.
Ooh. Gotta watch those walks with the hands. He took 4 steps with his hands.
Yeah, I don't want to see that, and unfortunately came off the equipment on that sus to 1 bar, which is a really difficult element.
It's always a mental challenge to try to get back up in the middle of a routine and continue, but when they can do it, they'll do it well and they'll do it strong. So I hope to see that from him today.
Yeah, gymnast gets 30 seconds to get back on the equipment, so it looks like he got back up in time. Try to finish the routine strong, double front. Unfortunately, I had to sit it down.
It's always a hit or miss when you fall off. You either finish it with the most energy or you kind of cap off a little bit. It's okay. I think he'll pick it back up. That was Leo Lettin from Finland.
Yeah, a little bit of a disappointing routine from him, but we'll see. Hopefully he can pick it up on the next event.
The next guy up from Finland, his name is Aro Harju. That is a really cool name. I like that, Aro.
Nice. Yeah, he's anchoring the lineup, so we'll see. Typically, typically you put the strongest strongest athlete on the event last, but since it's the sixth man, I'm not sure if they reserved that for the fourth position to count for the team. So we'll see what this guy can do.
I wonder if they're putting up any all-arounders right now. It looks like, I think, okay, Aro he's gone on 3 events so far. So has Elias, and so has Robert. And Marcus. Okay, wait, I do think that I think all of their guys, 4 guys, are doing, yeah, they're doing all-around on every event.
That's sweet. Actually, I don't know, can you put up 2 all-arounders on an event?
I mean, I would assume since they're just exhibitioning, I don't know if they're going for the team score. I think they're just getting experience.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that would make sense.
A little bit of a low score for Leo on that one, a 9.95. But either way, great experience. He's in the U.S. He's competing at the NCAA level, which is arguably the Olympic level. So I think in general, it's a great experience for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's national team members and Olympians in the competition today, so good experience. Ooh, Big P Chaff had to come off though, unfortunately.
Whoa! Hold on, sorry, just a small cap. Do you see that score from Aiden Leon Pommel?
Wow, yep, and I think that's going to be the winner today. It's the biggest score so far. Dang.
Even with that dismount, that's crazy.
Yeah, he probably could have gone up maybe 2 more tenths with that dismount being a little cleaner. So he is in the conversation for that national title at the end of the year, for sure.
No, for sure. Okay, we do see Aro getting back up on parallel bars. I think he'll finish this one off a little bit stronger than his teammate before him.
Fighting his way through. Over front.
Come on.
Okay. Couldn't get it done.
Taking it like a champ and moving on to high bar for the Finland team. I mean, the event leader for this rotation was Aiden Lee, the routine to watch. 14-6 on pommel for Cal. I love it. I'm very happy to see that. It does look like Stanford had a little bit of a low scores on high bar for today. I wasn't expecting like some 13s. I kind of thought we'd see something a little bit higher.
Yeah, I think high bar might be one of the weaker events for Stanford team this year. At least, you know, you got to remember we're missing those Team USA guys, but
who all put up 14s, so that makes sense.
Yeah, but you know, 13s, scoring in the 13s is not bad. At least got the hits and some consistency down, so that's all right.
No, makes sense. Switzerland put up a couple solid scores. You know, mid 12s, low 13s up on rings, which is pretty average in the international space right now. So I think that was a decent rotation for them. And on vault, we're seeing a little lower scores on vault across the board because they did lower it by 4/10 this quad, which I hate the fact that they keep lowering vault scores every single year. They need to keep that high. That is what vault is for. You make up when you fall on pommel.
I love that mentality. Yeah, they did lower it 4/10, but they lowered everything by 4/10, so it shouldn't affect the comparison relative to each other. But yeah, all the start values are 4/10 lower.
So for this, for this next rotation, I just want to call out a couple routines to watch for those tuning in. On rings for Cal, I think the definitely the routine to watch would be Jackson Mitchell. He's extremely strong, extremely consistent. So I'm excited to see him up on that event today. I think on pommel, I will admit, I do think Taylor has a really unique routine with all the flares. So that is definitely a routine to watch. I'm assuming all the other guys are probably going to crush it on Team USA. For Swiss, I don't know too much about these guys, so I'm excited to watch their pommel rotation. I mean, they've been pretty consistent throughout the meet so far. So I think we could see some decent pommel routines coming up from these guys.
Yeah, and then on floor, it looks like we got a couple freshmen, Cooper Kim and Wade Nelson. I don't know if I've seen Wade Nelson compete too much this season, so excited to see what he can bring to the team. But yeah, and then we got Finland on high bar, and excited to see what kind of big releases are getting thrown over there. And
I have a feeling that Finland is going to, after that P-bar rotation, I think they're just going to come back really, really strong on this high bar rotation. It seems like these guys have a little bit of fire in them. And honestly, you know this how it goes, Brandon. Like when you have a rotation like that, that next one is really a hit or miss. And when that first guy goes up, he hits, the rest of the guys are going to hit just as well.
Yeah, the first guy up, he has a job to do, and that's to set the tone of the rotation. So typically you put a guy up that's consistent, maybe doesn't have the most difficult routine, but you know he's going to get it done. And this guy on high bar, I'm not sure what his name is, but he just warmed up a top half to Kovac tap. So if we see that combination, that's going to be something to call out, because that's something you don't see every day.
No, you know, one of the skills that is definitely something you don't see every day. But you know what I haven't seen on the high bar this year that used to be pretty common is the tuck full. I feel like we're seeing a lot of tuck halves because of the connection bonus, but tuck fulls have really just gone out the picture. I think it's just because there's so much room for difficulty there. Sorry, there's so much room for deduction there.
No, you're right. Those skills are scrutinized pretty heavily. So if you're not hitting straight up and down handstand, it's sometimes not even worth doing, and hitting that handstand is really risky because you risk going off the wrong way.
Whoa! Did you see that triple back dismount? That was huge.
That was one of the biggest triple backs I've ever seen. Looks like he could have done another flip. Man, these guys are just warming up.
Just a quick little fun fact: the guy who's running our production right now, Kyle Abe, he competed a triple back on floor on this very competition floor at Stanford as a junior before he even hit college. So just a quick little shout out there. I love throwing that fun fact in.
Oh, that's bananas. Yeah, triple backs is rare and difficult on any event, but floor I think has got to be the scariest. It's the
I watched him train that during his freshman year at college, and it was insane how many times he did a triple back on floor. Honestly, after that, my Achilles, my ankles, my just confidence in general will be shaken, just because it takes so much mental energy to throw a triple back on any event, arguably.
Oh yeah, that's bananas. And so one of the routines that we have seen throughout the season, Cam Nelson on floor, he competed 2 triple backs in the same routine.
Only one in the world.
First one to do it.
Nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, looks like we're starting it off. Cooper Kim on floor.
Hey, Cooper, come on. We love to see it. Or Carter Kim.
He's been pretty clean. Nice stuck. Double, and we got Taylor Burkhardt on horse. Watch out for those flares. Skills named. Oh, unfortunately, I had to come off. That's rough. He can score really well, and he's got such a unique style. He does difficult stuff.
We do see Carter Kim from Cal just finishing up that routine on rings. Now we're back to Taylor up on pommel.
All right, Cooper's getting ready for his dismount. Small hop to the side. Pretty good routine for him. Like Finland had a fall on high bar, but these guys were warming up some really difficult skills, so I'm excited to watch that event.
Love the guy up right now, Oscar Kermez. I thought he was the one that was winding up for that triple back, but not this time around. I think up next on rings for Cal, we do have Theo. Definitely a routine to watch as well for those tuning in. All right, so a 13.75 for your boy Cooper Kim from Stanford on floor. It's honestly great for setting the tone.
Yeah, that's a good leadoff score for sure. And we got Wade Nelson. Looks like he had to put his hands down. That will count as a fall.
I love the calf sleeves he's got on. I always found those so funny.
Yeah, Brian Perley from Stanford always used to wear those.
Yeah, he did. Now he's on. Well, he went on Shark Tank, right? Now he's the little elf founder.
Oh yeah, he's killing it.
No, I love that. You know what I haven't seen recently? Not too many guys are wearing the arm sleeves on P bars anymore.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because they upgraded a lot of those skills that catch in the upper arm. So you would kind of expect more people to wear them.
Yeah, no, that would make sense. Okay, on parallel bars right now, it looks like we have Alejandro, just from for the All Stars, one of the Mexican national team members.
Nice Yurchenko 2.5 from Switzerland on vault.
Luca Mura. Their uniforms kind of remind me of the Team USA uniform. I keep thinking that they're Team USA.
I was gonna say the same thing. They got the red going on.
It's a rare moment in the middle of a... Go ahead.
Yeah, next up we got Asher Hong on horse, and looks like Jackson Mitchell on rings. Those are both going to be some routines to watch out for.
Nice swing to hand from Asher.
This is new for him. Busanari, super difficult.
He made that look easy.
Oh yeah, really good technique there.
Oh, these guys are going side by side, same corner.
Yeah, this guy's super strong on rings. Perfectly flat Maltese. Asher finished up the routine well. Nice.
In that top right, we did see the all-star Mexican national team member do that double front. That was a little shaky landing, but he did put it to his feet. Come on, Jackson. Finish off strong for Cal. We need to score on ranks. It was almost a laid-out Pike Yamawaki. There we go.
Get that stick.
He did.
And see, nice.
That's what we like to see.
That's going to be one of the top ring scores of the day, I think. And that high bar routine was really cool. I was kind of watching it in the corner of my eye. He did a couple of release combinations there that are super unique.
No, I missed it. Tell us about the combinations. I did see that the laid out double. Looks like a lengthy guy, so that's a hard dismount to do for someone of that height.
Yeah, I think he did looked like he did half tuck to Piatti, which is the Stalder Tkachev, so that's super unique. And then he did a Tkachev Ginger combination, which is also something pretty new.
Also pretty unique.
Yeah, I love that routine.
I think you are.
Ryan.
What year is he again? Is he a junior?
He is a junior, I believe. Yeah, kind of crazy.
Definitely hype after that.
Yeah, I got the stick. I was always a fan of that dismount double Arabian half. Glad to see it's coming into style.
You said you did a double flipping dismount when you were competing. What was yours?
I did the double Arabian half. That's why I'm a fan of the change.
Why you like that one? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do the triple twist very well, so I had to experiment with some weird dismounts, and that was the one I landed on.
No, that makes sense. What do you okay, Connor Lewis used to do this crazy first pass on floor, the 1.5 twisting double back. I love to see that, but I haven't really seen it since.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's. I think it's worth the same as a full twist. So I don't know if it's
I
worth
thought it
to
would be
do
the
anymore.
double double.
Or maybe it is. I'm not sure. It's either one of them, but I feel like most people prefer the double double just because you can spot the ground. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
a
Connor would stick it every time.
which is wild because it's a blind
You're
landing.
blind landing. No, you're right. And we do have okay on still rings for Cal. I believe this is Tomo Hiro. He is a former Ohio State gymnast, currently a super senior at Cal, making lineup in a four-man lineup, which is huge. So definitely a cool routine to watch.
Yeah, it's cool.
With
Just
the
some
laid out
experience.
half in, half out.
Nicely done.
I said that, and I think we saw two lay half outs, one on high bar and one on rings at the same time.
Looks like Colt Walker got the routine done on horse. Great hit from him. Jeremy Bischoff on the floor.
Doing the triple Russian, yeah. I don't know. What do you prefer, the triple Russian or the flare to hand?
I think the flare to hand looks cooler. I could never do it without getting major deductions, so I would personally prefer the triple Russian. But I mean, can't beat the flare up handstand. So cool.
I stand corrected on my Y scale prediction. We have seen like 5 or 6 Y scales in this competition so far. So honestly, shout out to these guys who are doing it because that looks way better in my opinion.
Yeah, I think all the Stanford guys are doing the Y scale. I'm sure I can imagine the conversation there, like pointing at each other's forward scales, being like, "What the heck is that?" So. I think that was Robert Brumies who went on the high bar. And he did do that half-top Coleman combination, which is super difficult. Got Kieran Mendava on horse for Team USA. Leo Letwin on high bar. Huge Casina. Oh my gosh, that was in the stratosphere. Oh, wow. Full twisting Ginger called a def. That just got upgraded this code as well. These guys can swing high bar, that's for sure. Triple back.
Whoa.
Unfortunate. Had to put his hands down. That was a massive routine. Just couldn't get it done at the end there, but wow, I was really impressed with those releases.
Well, I just pulled up the YouTube live stream. Looks like we got a bunch of people in the comments. Definitely rooting for Mexico and Puerto Rico up in here. So I do think that maybe one of the guys is from the Puerto Rico team on the All-Star.
That's sweet. We got a ton of nations representing this competition, all in this small space of Burnham, which is like, looks like it's pretty packed. It's got to be a really great atmosphere. All right, we got Riley Luce on horse. Riley's pretty good and clean on pommel horse. We'll see what he can do. This just got upgraded, triple Russian in between the pommels, super hard.
Yeah, you gotta put the handle so far wide to do that.
Yeah, and this, I mean, you're pretty much in a planche position, which is Riley's forte, so no surprise why he's doing that one. A little bit of form breaks on those travels, but he's muscling his way through. Nice dismount with the extra pirouette. Good job from Riley. Love that mount in bar endo. Super unique German giants. Really clean. Another triple back. Looks like that was the end of rotation number 4. Actually, it looks like we've got one more Finnish team member on high bar. Arohaju. Looking back at some of the scores so far in this rotation. On floor, highest score was a 14.1 from Cayenne J. Spencer. That was a nice routine that got the stick at the end, I think, so no surprise there. Pommel horse, highest score we've seen is Riley Luce, 14.3 starting from a 15.5. And then still rings, Jackson Mitchell. That was the routine we were looking out for, super strong. And Aro Harju is up on high bar for Finland. Showing good flexibility. Nice Russian style giants where you invert the shoulders. Going up for the dismount. Double twisting, double back, layout position. Got a hit at the end of that rotation for Finland, which is good. Saw a lot of high-level gymnastics during that rotation. Really impressed by the Finnish team. All those releases that we got to see was awesome. And yeah, continuing with some of the scores. Revolt, Switzerland, Luca Arabito got a 13.5. Parallel bars, highest score was Pantele Collodi, 13.45 from a 14.7. And then high bar looks like Robert Kirby's got a 13.0.
That was the final contender in the fourth rotation. Please move to your next event. Your 5-minute test starts now.
All right, so far, looking at the team standings, looks like Team USA is leading the pack, 220.3. Stanford's following behind in second place with a 215.6.
Sorry, Brennan, for leaving you hanging there. Yeah, that was a great finish for a lot of these teams on that last rotation.
Absolutely. Looks like, yeah, Stanford's leading the pack, or sorry, Team USA is leading the pack, and then Stanford's in second. Then we got Team Switzerland, and then Cal edging out Team Finland right now, which is awesome. And then we got All Stars bringing up the rear. As these guys warm up, I'll take a look at some of the scores for the events. Asher Hong is leading the pack on floor, the 14.2. Aiden Lee, 14.6 on pommel horse is a massive score. Rings, we got Jackson Mitchell, 13.75. Vault, Wade Nelson from Stanford, 13.9. Parallel bars, Colt Walker, 14.4 for Team USA. And high bar, we got Taylor Burkhart from Team USA, 13.9. Big score there. We're coming up on our 5th rotation. Some of the routines to look out for. I think Robert and Oscar Kermes on Finland have been doing a great job. And then we got Coy Young on pommel horse making his season debut after suffering some knee injuries earlier in the season. He's been kind of out of the lineup, but he is a former world silver medalist on pommel horse, so one of the best in the whole world, and we'll see what he can do on pommel horse. Probably just coming back, trying to get his footing, and we'll see if he does his full difficulty, but that's a routine to watch out for sure. Still rings, Asher Hong and Riley Luce. Riley Luce being the Winter Cup champion on still rings, and Asher Hong, the current leader in the NCAA on still rings, and one of the hardest routines in the country. And I think he's going to contend for the title today here on rings. Vault,
I see that.
Yeah, Vault, as we mentioned, we got the Cal lineup coming in, and last week they absolutely killed it. Got 3 out of 4 sticks, so they've got potential to really make a swing here.
I noticed something unique about the Cal ring lineup was almost the entire Cal vault lineup. The 3 guys that did do the sticks are going to be up today, so I think that's a really interesting level of diversification that they can have. You know,
that's interesting. Typically, you don't see ring guys being vault guys all the time, but yeah, having versatile athletes like that really helps. I'm noticing we got an interesting mix of equipment here. We got, it looks like some AAI high bar rings, and we got Spieth vault, Spieth P-bars, Spieth horse.
Wait, I didn't even notice that. That's an impressive catch. Wow.
Usually you got one equipment type.
Yeah, it's sponsoring the whole meet.
Yeah, and we got like a mix. It's interesting. All right, we're getting started on the 5th event. Arun Chetri on horse and Taylor Burkhart on ring. Oh, I didn't catch that ball. It looks like he almost stuck it. Got a small hop backward. Nice finish from Maroon. Really gearing up for his dismount. Usually does a double back with 2 twists. And he got the stick.
Oh, we love to see that.
That's Mr. Consistent right there.
On they called on floor. It was a nice double pike finish.
Yeah, that was Marcus Paterinen, who's actually a member of Stanford team as a freshman, so competing for Finland today.
Oh, that's right. You had mentioned that in the first rotation. That's honestly, it's so crazy how much representation there is right now just across the international stage in this specific competition, but just in the NCAA in general.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite parts about, or that's why this meet is one of my favorite ones of the year. This look like on vault. Who we got?
Kaylin. Okay, we'll take that. It was a good 2.5, a small little backwards hop, but I think it'll still be a decent score.
Looks like he stayed on his feet, and I think he stayed inbounds. 1 foot outside the lines was 1/10, and then both go out, and it's 3/10 deduction. But I think they did. All right, we got Coy Young on pommel horse. First routine of the season.
You had mentioned world silver medalist on this event, and world silver medalist on vault. That is wild.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
He was the alternate for the Tokyo 2024 team, right? I think I got him and Colt mixed up.
Yes.
And then you have your other Olympian, Asher, up on rings.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, Coy.
Come on.
Yeah, finished nicely. Way to come back, young man.
No, that was a beautiful pommel routine.
Yeah, and watch this ring routine. This is world class right here.
Is there a reason why we haven't seen Coy too much up on the NCAA stage this year?
Yeah, he's been suffering with recovering from a knee injury. So,
oh, that's right. I did see that. So this is his first competition back.
First competition back, and looks like he... oh, man, Asher just stuck that layout double-double so hard. Wow.
That was crazy.
I'm just going to call it and say that's the winning routine of the day.
Rings.
But, yeah, Coy was suffering from a little bit of an injury, and so he's coming back slowly, and pommel horse is usually the first event you can do when you're coming back from a lower limb injury. So looks like he's back and healthy enough to land a pommel horse dismount, which is a good sign.
No, that makes sense. You know, since we just saw that lay double-double off of rings, Theo just barely missed that double front on vault for Cal. But sorry, back to that. On the lay double-double off rings, my favorite one to watch was always Thomas Lee. It was a beautiful double-double lay.
Oh, yeah.
And it always came out of nowhere.
Oh, my goodness, 14.9.
Huge. He just overtook Aiden. No, I was rooting for Cal on this one.
Yeah, you know, I think I called it too early. I think I mentioned that might be the winner, but Coy Young proving why he's a world medalist.
Was definitely deserved. That was incredible.
Yeah, 15.8 that's 2/10 higher than Aiden, and then maybe a touch cleaner. So wow, 14.9 is massive. And a 14.8 from Asher on rings is miles ahead of the competition. That's nuts.
It is up on vault here in a second. We do have Jasper Smith-Gordon from Cal, the GB national team member. I think we're going to see him do a triple here in a second. Huge vault. Nope, 2.5 today, but it was a great landing.
Yeah, that was clean in the air. We got Riley Luce, Winter Cup ring champion on the rings.
That was a wild strength sequence. You just want what was that, Maltese, planche Maltese?
Yeah, you don't see that too often.
Crazy.
You do not see that.
That's like Petrunius level.
This guy is one of the strongest guys I know. He's insane.
And he makes it look effortless too. That's how you know he's strong.
Oh yeah, he just floats.
Another double lay. Wow. You don't see very many of those, 2 back-to-back.
Oh yeah, I think he threw that in as an upgrade. I've never seen him compete that. So Wow, he's gunning for
Wait,
that ring
oh,
spot.
you guys just had another KM just put up a 14.25 on pommel. Wow, 2 14s on pommel is huge for Stanford.
Wow, yeah, I didn't get to catch that routine, but 14.2 it's really big for Cayenne. That's awesome.
It looks like on floor we do have, I believe this is the Finland national team. It's Ilias Kolski.
Looking to see some stuck landings.
Ooh,
There we
2.5
go.
side pass. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. That's pretty unique.
Okay, that was a decent scale. I'll give it to him.
Yeah, that one looked nice. Ian Lasik on horse as the anchor spot, I believe.
Seen a lot of Busanaris today.
Yeah, they're going big with the risk on that skill. It's super risky. You can come off at really any part of that skill.
Some good travels. I like it.
Yeah, really clean.
Oh, he popped that
Extra
right
pirouette.
there, and that was nice.
Wow. This has been a great rotation for Stanford on pommel horse.
It's a good high bar routine from the All-Stars team, Pantelli. It's a good finish from him. And on T-bars, it looks like we have no cipher from the Switzerland team.
Fortunately, had to sit down that dismount. It's a tough one.
Another stick. We see it. I love it. Colt Walker always showing out.
Wow. Yeah, it looks like it's really loud in there in the arena. That's awesome to see. It's always a fun environment in Burnham because it's really close up to the crowd, so it really feels like there's more people in there. Lots of noise, lots of energy.
That's when the meet environment's the best, when there's just so much noise from the crowd and it gets everybody hyped, everyone's excited, and these guys really just tend to show out in those environments.
Absolutely.
Okay, we do have starting up on high bar for All-Stars Isaac Nunez. He's the anchor, only a 4-man lineup for All-Stars, so I think this is going to be a big routine.
Nice half tuck. Big windup.
Ooh. Was that a Coleman or a Casino?
That was a Casino.
Wow.
Big difficulty. Do it again in a tuck.
Even that, okay, the actual Coleman did look pretty laid out in general, too.
Yeah, that he's got a ton of clearance above the bar. That's good technique there. Double dismount.
A little bit on the landing, but that's okay.
Yeah, that was an exciting routine.
In the background, we have Tim from Switzerland, Tim Randiger. I saw his start. He did the free hip start on the side of the P-bars. You don't see too many of those. I did like that uniqueness there.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique way to mount the bar, and it's pretty highly valued, starting at a D.
Yeah, it looks like Jasper capped off with the highest score for Cal on vault with a 13.85. Honestly, that's a pretty low score for the, how clean his vault was. That 2.5 was beautiful.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're kind of hammering the vault today. But I think that's the end of the rotation. So
that pommel lineup for you guys. Those are some really high scores. 14.9 from Coy, 14.2 from Cayenne, and then Ian got a 13.95. Those are massive.
Yeah, Coy Young, the man is back. Love to see it, and This pommel horse battle at NCAA's is going to be insane. We've got 4 guys that were at Winter Cup. We got Patrick Coops, Parker Thaxton, Brandon Dang,
And Aiden Lee.
yeah, Aiden Lee, Coy Young, and Ignacio Yakers from OU. That's 6
that's right.
guys. 6 guys that are going to be all in contention.
Like world class on pommel.
Yeah, all of those guys are world class, and I'm so excited for that.
No, that you're right. That actually might be the most exciting event when we get to NCs. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people were like kind of forgetting about Coy Young because he's been out of the picture.
I totally forgot until you mentioned him.
Yeah, I didn't know like when he was going to be able to come back, and now that he's back, he hasn't skipped a beat.
I do also want to quickly shout out, we thought that 14.9 from Coy was high. Asher put up a 14.8 on rings, which is honestly pretty unheard of. That's really big.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I think you mentioned that when he finished the routine.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, I mean,
It bears repeating. That's huge.
so yeah, and I don't know if anyone can touch that if he's able to keep replicating that. That's
I mean, with the 5.5 difficulty and a 14, I mean, 7/10 off on a rings routine is unheard of.
I mean, his strength positions are pristine. He's able to hold them
You know what
well,
it was?
and then he got the
It was a
dismount
dismount.
stick. Yep, he's got an advantage because he has an F level dismount, layout double, and he stuck it, so he's getting huge advantage over his competitors there.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage.
Oh my gosh, yeah, 14.8, second place, Riley Luce, who is, I guess you could consider him being the current U.S. national champion, being at Winter Cup. 14.15, so he's 6.5
point difference.
Yeah, that's a lot in gymnastics.
It does look like Finland was pretty consistent on floor. All of their scores being within a 5/6 range, 13.25 being their highest, and a 12.55 as their lowest. So these guys are right on par with each other.
Yeah, nicely done from them.
Definitely think we could have seen a little bit more from Cal on their vault lineup today, but you can't win them all.
Yeah, they used up a lot of their sticks last week, I guess. But 14.8 for all 4 vaults. That's competitive. It's not often you get to see a team that can put up all of those. I guess 2.5 or higher levels vaults, and then Theo did the double front, so they've got potential there for sure.
No, that's true. I mean, we're gonna see some unique vault. I mean, we are seeing some unique vaults just in the NCAA right now. We got a couple guys doing hand randies. I think Cameron and I guess Riley's not anymore, but he does that hand brandy as well. We got a few triples. There's one guy from Illinois. He has the most consistent triple I have ever seen. I think he's number 1 right now.
Schooley.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? The
Garrett Schooley.
What's his name?
Garrett
Schooley. Yeah.
Yeah, his I'm super impressed with that vault that he's been doing.
He makes it look so effortless.
Oh yeah, he's got that technique down for sure. I mean, anytime you see a vault of that level, which I guess in this code is 15.2 or higher, those are world championship level vaults.
Yeah, they are
in terms of difficulty. So that's super awesome to see that breaking into the NCAA. I think there's another guy doing a triple.
Is it Amari Sewell from Illinois? Oh no, you have Alex Natashi from.
That's it.
He's a former teammate of mine, currently at Nebraska. I don't know if he's thrown the triple yet, but I know he's definitely gonna do it this season.
Yeah, I think I've seen him do it. I don't know if he's done it in NCAA competition yet, but.
And he also, big shout out to him. He made senior national team for the first time this last weekend. And fun fact about Alex Natashi, his older brother, was the NCAA champion for Penn State on high bar almost 10 years ago. So we're seeing that generational gap, but he's carrying on that legacy.
No way. Yeah, that's cool. And congrats to him for making the national team as well. That's awesome.
Speaking of national team, Brandon, you were on the Team USA. You were on the junior national team. You competed at the Junior World Championships, right?
I competed at the Youth Olympic Games, which
The Youth
was
Olympic Games.
fun.
That's right.
Yeah, that was a cool experience for sure. I kind of grew out of the junior age division when they introduced Junior Worlds, but that would have been really fun because that was a team competition, and I believe Coy Young was on that team. Yeah, he's got experience there.
No, that must have been such a cool competition for you to go to. That's really cool.
Yeah, it was super fun. Only problem was that they only sent one person per country.
So you were the only one that went.
I was the only one. I didn't have a team member.
Oh no!
But yeah, that was a cool experience.
No, I do empathize with that a little bit. Whenever I was competing on my international stage, it was always just me going for Pakistan.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Okay, look, we're going into the final rotation. Okay, so floor, we do have the All-Stars, the Mexican national team member, Japan and Ukraine. Starting up on high bar, we do have the Swiss guy, Dominique. I think this could be a fun routine to watch.
Beautiful talk half right handstand. Connected to the Ginger. Love that.
That was a beautiful Ginger.
I love that. Yeah, he had good technique on that for sure. Big Coleman. Wow.
Doing dismount, he throws a nice half in, half out, right to his feet.
That was a clean routine. Yeah, not too much to take off there. Pretty good.
In the background, I think we did see David from Stanford. That was David Jooma, freshman, I believe, or it could be a sophomore. It's a good routine.
He's sophomore this year. Really excels on P-bars, so interesting to see him not on P-bars today, but just on rings. So kind of an interesting choice of lineup there. Taylor Burkhart looks like on vault. You can see in the bottom corner.
That's one of the other unique vaults I forgot to mention, the half on, double off. Is that a 5-2 start? So it would have been a 5-6 in the last code.
I think it's 2/10 up. So would have been
only 2/10.
Okay. Or it's harder than a 2.5, right? So it would have been like a 15-4, and now it's what, 15? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
So one of the harder vaults we'll see today. I didn't get to see the landing, kind of cut off, but he was excited.
Like he put it to his feet.
So, yeah, I definitely put it to his feet. He was celebrating there.
On P bars for Cal, we have Troy Nuseka. Need more to support. You don't see those too often.
Clean support work so far. Is that good form?
One of the interesting changes that they made this year for the P-bar code, if you do that front uprise front swing, you have to do a skill out of that back swing, or else it counts as the full extra swing, which would give you a 10th off.
I actually like that change. I think it leads to nice fluid construction.
Yeah, I could see that. That was a huge Kovacs. Barely missed the bar.
Yeah, a little bit too much power.
Do we just see Asher do a full and back out and land it?
Well, we definitely did the Rise Guan. I didn't see what the landing looked like, but I guess we'll know when the score comes up. Yeah, I guess we'll see when his score comes up. I mean, that's okay. So that's the
The
hardest
most difficult vault in the world.
Yeah, so he's got a start value advantage there. So I guess this code's going to be a 15-6.
You were right. Taylor's vault was a 15-0 start, so it was a 15-4 in the last code.
Nice.
Yeah, on high bar, you Moreno picking it right back up. Nice Coleman. Another Ribalto to L.
That was beautiful. Layout full out. Good stuff.
Stuck to his feet. In the background of that routine, we do see Tyler Shimizu up on Cal for P-bars. Peach half, nice.
That's a hard skill. Love to see that in the routine.
A good studs too.
Double front, blind landing. Got the stick.
With that stick. Oh, we love to see it.
That's hype.
Who is up on rings right now? Is that Arun?
Yep, Arun Chetri. He's a junior this year. Gotten a lot stronger on rings over the course of his time at Stanford, which is really a testament to his hard work. If he can put down a stick, layout, pull out, dismount. Small hop backwards.
So clean routine. I missed in the corner. I did see Riley Luce put a vault to his feet. Not too sure what vault he did. I think he did the Randy.
I think he just did the 1.5 today. It looks like maybe just downgrading to save his body.
Nah, probably smart coming off Winter Cup champion.
Yeah.
And in the background on pommel, we do have a Finland team member, Robert Kerr. Robert Kermes.
Yeah, it looks like he had to come off with the equipment on that one. But Mark Berlaga on rings is going to be a routine to watch out too. He's got some good strength in there.
He's always been a strong one. He's a senior this year, right?
He is a senior, that's right. So, man, I can't believe these guys are already seniors. And looks like Theo's on P-bars. This guy can usually score really high on this event.
Yeah, I can. I think he's anchoring up right now, so we know this is going to be a good one. Massive front 1.25.
Yeah, he gets a lot of air on that. Super clean. Double front.
And we got
beautiful landing. Awesome.
Cal definitely picking it back up after that vault rotation. So I think on floor we do see Toma for the All-Stars team. Nice little layout side pass with that endo back pike to prone. We love to see it.
Yeah, throw a little bit of artistry in there. All right, watch these two mounts from Mark Berlaga. Azarian push up the flange. God, I cannot emphasize how hard that is. And I'll do it again up to the Maltese.
That looks so easy.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, he's a beast. Where's Malt?
That Maltese is
forward straight.
flat.
Yeah, he's got one of the best positions in the NCAA for sure.
This might contend with Asher's routine on rings because I haven't seen a single deduction.
It definitely is going to be up there. The one thing that he does have lacking is the dismount. He's doing, I believe, just a double layout. So with this new code, the dismount is so highly valued. He sort of loses a little bit of an advantage there, but he makes it up with the strength. Double A out, small hop forward.
Yeah, I don't think that was quite going to catch it, but that was still a beautiful routine.
Yeah, he'll still score super high. And I can't emphasize how hard those mounts are. The Azarian rolls are highly valued.
On sidebar for Switzerland, we do have Tim Randiger. We saw him on a few other events. He's been a pretty high-flying gymnast, so I think this is going to be a good routine to watch.
A little late on that talk. Gonna get some deductions there.
Was that a full talk?
There was a full talk to double under, so he gets 1/10 bonus for that. But missed the bar.
Barely missed that casino.
He was gearing up for a big routine there. Yeah, the talk full. I think he's gonna get hit on that angle, but.
Is that the third casino we've seen in this competition? Because that's pretty big for NCAA.
I think it's like the fourth.
That's
the benefit
crazy.
it's the benefit of having these international guys compete. Get to see that level of difficulty.
See how he finishes this up. Probably gonna throw a Coleman right here. Yeah,
Super clean.
Nice. Still can never get how they do a one arm after 2 releases.
It'll be a mystery to me. Oh, that was a nice angle on that Revolco, though. Oh, save it. There you go.
There we go. I do want to point out, so Mark Berlaga got a 13.8 on rings. Honestly, that seems pretty low.
It does seem a little low.
Routine that he had.
Yeah, it does seem a little low. I mean, he starts at a 15, so a tiny bit low compared to someone like Asher or Riley, and that's just due to the dismount being C value. But yeah, I think really the only area for deduction is that dismount maybe got a little bit of chest down, and the hop forward is going to get him. So, but if he can stick that, I think he's going to be in contention for an All-American spot.
No, I could totally see that. Did you see that that second line from Juan Hernandez from the All-Stars team? He went round off double, side pass, and then a 3.5 down the middle.
That's crazy.
You don't see too many 3.5s on floor. Those are big. I like that.
Yeah, it's not an easy skill to land at all. He has so much momentum. Oh, pike.
A little bit low, but he put it to his feet.
Yeah, should be a pretty good score.
On pommel for Finland, we did just see Aro Harju just finish up. Thought he would do a pirouette as a dismount, but he's put up the handstand and finished off. So not a bad finish for him. And the last guy up for Switzerland on high bar, no cipher.
Good angle on that. And that one, beautiful. Straight to handstand. Connected to the...
Oh, man.
Try to connect it to the Coleman, which is a super rare combination.
That's that old school Kohei Uchimura combo.
Oh, yeah. That's going to give him 2/10 bonus if he can catch that. But fortunately has to take a spill and see what the rest of his routine, if he can finish strong.
I have a feeling he'll get back up and do another Coleman.
Yeah, so if you don't catch a release element and swing through the bottom, you don't get value for the skill. So it's got to count some release to fulfill that element group. So we'll see what he does. So we're going to try and repeat. Oh, pike go back.
That was almost laid out.
Yeah, I'm curious what value he's going to get for that.
Oh man.
Unfortunate. Yeah, I tried to
Did
do
you just
the.
cap off his routine there? No dismount?
I think he just saluted.
No, I think he did. I mean, makes sense. It's okay.
And maybe it wasn't worth beating up the body. That's unfortunate because that had a lot of difficulty in that routine. Looks like we got two more guys, or maybe one more guy. Oscar Kermes on Hort is ready to go.
I just want to give a quick shout. So we were talking about like the Ohio and Nebraska scores from earlier today. It looks like I think Stanford, their team, the 325.1 looks like the final score for them, and Team USA with a 332.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy because that would be the number one score in the NCAA at the moment if they were competing as a team right now.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's not going to count for the Road to Nationals average, but you got to keep that in mind. Those are, I guess that's counting Riley Luce, so can't totally.
Yeah, true.
Can't totally. You got to take it with a grain of salt, but Stanford's still putting up a 325 with I
Without
guess their
some of their best
non-national
guys.
team members. Yeah, that's competitive, and so combine it with that. Those couple guys from Team USA, I think they've got a shot. And yeah, 332 is big.
That is big. I mean, it looks like Finland and Switzerland with their final scores right now at the 315 to 311 respectively. I mean, those are competitive within the NCAA at the moment if they were a team as well. And I will say Cal just got their team high of the year with the 313. So I do love to see that. And that's counting like 3 falls. So they could have done much better.
Yeah, they've got room to grow, and they've got if they can have a vault lineup like they did last week and add to that, that's going to be a really competitive score.
It looks like that was the last routine for the meet. Oscar Kermes from Finland. And that was an exciting meet, Brandon. I really enjoyed that. There were some huge skills. I mean, that was Olympic level caliber all the way around.
Yeah,
we saw more releases on high bar than I have seen in a minute, especially with them being casinas, and a couple Lucan stone in there too. So that was really fun.
Yeah, we got to see a ton of variety, especially from these international team members. Really great to see what they're doing and competing at this level with the NCAA teams at the same time is really great picture of what gymnastics can be and what is not only in the NCAA but on the international stage as well. So that was a really fun competition. Got to see some world-class gymnastics.
Looks like it looks like Cal definitely came back on that P-bar rotation. Oh, sorry, where we got the floor guys. So Asher, number 1 on floor, makes sense with a 14-2. Kyan with a 14-1-5 from Stanford, and Taylor and Kaylin Curry tying for second place tied with Kayan. Taylor Burkhart with a 14-1-5.
Pommel horse, we got Coy Young leading the pack, 14.9. That's awesome to see in his debut. And then still rings Asher Hong, no surprise there, 14.8, blowing out the competition. And we've got Riley Luce with a 14.1, which is already a huge score. And then Taylor Burkhart bringing up the third place position, 14.0.
Did you see that clean sweep from Team USA? That was crazy.
Yeah, that's
same with this one. This is a crazy. The top guys on every event is either Team USA or Stanford.
Yeah, vault, we got Taylor Burkhart. It looks like he stuck that half on double full off, which is super hard vault.
Cole Walker with that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Taylor taking the gold on high bar.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. He's got so much difficulty in there, and it's just been hard, I think, to clean that up, and he got everything in there today. Wow, Asher Hong, 84.4. Ooh, he's giving Taylor a run for his money. I think it's gonna push the rankings and the all-around standings this year for the NCAA. I guess he didn't even count for Stanford, so that's not even going to show up. But wow.
You know, with the change of the code and still putting up an 84.4 is a massive all around.
That was a big all around last code.
Yeah, awesome. So I mean, like, that's crazy to see that now. But you know, as predicted, we got Stanford took the #1 spot if we're not counting Team USA. The 325.1, massive team score. That's definitely gonna shake up the rankings a little bit. Following their suit, we did see Switzerland with a 315, although not an NCAA team. Following them, Cal with a 313, team high of the season. I love it. And then Finland with a 311, and the All-Stars team with the 296. I will say, big shout out to the All-Stars team. They put up some big routines. They're an underdog team, and they're still quite competitive, almost scoring a 300 with one of the best guys in the world. So.
Yeah, there were some highlighted routines from them. That was really cool to see.
That was a great meet. Great gymnastics. Definitely, although I couldn't necessarily hear the energy from the competition, it seemed like it was super hype, and that's the kind of environment, that's the energy that we just need to keep bringing to the NCAA sport. And I'm excited for the rest of the season. Brandon, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me on commentating today, and I hope that everyone watching got to enjoy some world-class gymnastics today, and thanks to Virtius for putting on the stream for us, and continue to stay tuned and stay connected with Virtius to watch more NCAA gymnastics throughout the season, and we're really looking forward to the last half of this gymnastics season as we move forward towards the NCAA championships.
Yes, sir. Okay, I think we'll cap it off there. Thanks everyone for watching. Brandon, I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Good night.